Yeah, I was talking to you a bit ago, and you're going through a lot, man. So you mentioned you lost your sister.
Yeah,
How long ago was that?
it was actually a few days ago. I found out that, well, my sister decided to leave her kids here, and she went up to Oregon with some guy, and she was straight edge. She was never into drugs or anything, and he got her into drugs. And I don't know if you put her gun her or anything, and probably not. But at the end of the day, she started doing drugs, and found out from my buddy that's an investigator that they found her body chopped up in little pieces
Oh
in
my
a garbage bag,
God.
and that's that.
All right, guys, welcome back. I'm out here with Clint. How are you, man?
I'm here, man. It's not an easy road out here, going through it, and just taking day by day.
How old are you, Clint?
I'm 32.
32. Okay. Did you grow up here in Tucson?
I was born in Colorado, in Greeley, but as soon as I was born, I was brought down here and raised here. So
Okay.
this is home.
Yeah, yeah. How long? How old were you when you moved here?
I was just a baby.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So
So
you grew up here?
this is home. I grew up here.
Yeah, I've been here since I was 5, so this is home too. Do you battle with addiction or anything like that?
Yeah, I battle addiction. I've been battling with addiction for probably about almost 3 years now.
Okay. What's your drug of choice?
I battle with I guess they call them beans,
Beans, yeah.
But it ain't easy, man. We go through it. Trying to struggle every day and get by. But at the same time, it's like I tell everybody, it's a different kind of animal.
It is. That's so true too, man. It's so true. Like once it gets a hold of you, man, that's it. The main objective is to wake up and smoke. That was my lifestyle for like 13 years, bro. I know how that is, but I don't know how it is with like the beans. You know what I mean? It sounds vicious, man.
It is, man. Like waking up every day. Having detoxing. The chills. The restless leg syndrome. Needing to take away the pain and everything, and it's not easy.
Yeah.
You know.
And you've been doing that for about 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do anything else before that?
I used meth. Before that,
Okay.
and I did that for about 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun. And then I told myself the minute it didn't become fun anymore, I'm done with it. Me and my mom got into it, and really bad fight, and I told myself I was done with it, and I stopped doing meth for 3 years, and then I met these little blue devils that we call beans, and
Yep.
and started doing that again, and here I am.
Yeah. You still in contact with mom?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
How's
I,
that relationship?
it's good. It's a lot better than what it was. At first, it was hard because me and my mom, she kicked me out on the streets because the new boyfriend and everything. Was like he's never gonna learn, and he
Yeah.
kicked on the streets, and just he needs to learn a lesson. And
Yeah.
then he wound up passing away, and then me and my mom kind of further away from each other, and that was that. And but now we kind of sell ties. And we're talking again, and I'm doing what I can. To further away from the little blue devils and beans and everything, and trying to better my life. But it hasn't been easy. But I'm taking it day by day.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to you a bit ago, and you're going through a lot, man. So you mentioned you lost your sister.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
It was actually a few days ago. I found out that, well, my sister decided to leave her kids here, and she went up to Oregon with some guy, and she was straight edge. She was never into drugs or anything, and he got her into drugs. And I don't know if you put her gun her or anything, and probably not. But at the end of the day, she started doing drugs, and found out from my buddy that's an investigator that they found her body chopped up in little pieces
Oh
in
my
a garbage bag,
God.
and that's that.
What?
You know, it's not
So they
easy.
got the guy?
No,
Oh man, dude.
no. Um,
Innocent little thing, dude. She's an innocent little girl, and then Jesus. Sorry to hear it, man. That's man. So how has that affected you?
it made me think a lot about changing my life. About that could be me soon. I
Yeah,
could be in a dumpster or wherever.
yeah,
I've had a lot of friends that I met. That are no longer around because not only the drugs, but also because they're on the wrong hand of other people that you just don't mess with.
yeah.
And that's just what it is.
How long have you been homeless?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. So since the beans came into your life, pretty much took over, and then we need to chase that high. So whatever it takes, whether living at home or just running the streets.
Mm.
I understand, man. How's mom doing right now? Like
She,
with the news of your sister?
she's not doing well.
Yeah,
She's going through it, but at the same time, she's trying to take it day by day because she has to be strong, not only for the rest of her kids, but also because if she always felt that if she showed weakness, it would make us feel weak, and she always was a strong woman and always will be a strong woman. When we were raised just like her. Our dads weren't. My brother and sister, they had different dads than me, but our dads weren't in our lives. We were raised by our mother, so she always had to be strong for us. So she felt the need to always be strong and not show weakness.
yeah, I understand. She sounds like a great woman.
She's been in the medical field for almost 40 some years. Has a couple different degrees in the medical field and been in school several times. To get different degrees because she wanted to move up and better herself. Show us that we can do it too. Always try to show us that we can do better in our lives.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever tried to get off the beans?
I have. I'm going to detox. And I've tried to go rehabs, but I've gotten kicked out because fighting and not getting along with people, and conflict of interest of people that I know in there. They haven't found the right one, but trying to find the right one now because it's become no longer fun, and realizing that it's kind of killing me, man. Like it's. I went to the doctor recently because I've been the past 5 months I've been coughing up blood, and they said my lungs are no longer what they used to be, and and they don't know how much more they can take. So I have to kind of cut back on a lot of things.
Yeah. So aside from your lungs, have you experienced any other health conditions? Like,
Um, I have seizures as it is, and being on these things, it doesn't help with the seizures whatsoever.
oh, okay.
Whatsoever. I've had a lot more seizures. A lot of, my seizures I have triggers. Which is stress, heat, different things, and being on these, stressed out all the time doesn't help.
Yeah. Did the seizures happen like when you're detoxing, like withdrawing off the
No,
stuff?
I got the seizures after getting out of prison.
Oh, okay.
I wound up getting a traumatic brain injury,
Okay.
getting hit over the head with something hard, and after that, been having seizures since.
Wow, bro. Yeah, it's a dangerous situation, man. Physically, and just being out here in the elements. Um, so yeah, just keep trying, like with detox, rehab, because you're safe there.
Yeah.
You're safe there. What's the longest you were in rehab?
I was in rehab for probably about let's see 20 days with detox. I went to detox probably about 9 different times, and each time I stayed in there for probably about a good 8 to 10 days
Yeah.
each time.
Okay. Did you feel good while you're there?
I felt afterwards. I felt a lot better, but cravings still come.
Yeah, big time.
They definitely come. Especially with this drug, it ain't easy.
Yeah.
They say it's a different type of animal. Once you get off them, it's still there. Like I was told by an OG recently that after a year, you still crave them. It's after the third, fourth year is when it's no longer there. You're good.
Okay.
It comes about the third, fourth year. You're good. You no longer crave them. It's no longer there. You no longer have the craving. But in the first couple years, it's still gonna be there.
Yeah.
It's still gonna struggle. But if you can keep the focus on it and everything and get away from it, you should be good.
Yeah. last time I was in detox and rehab, I went there 2018 December, got out 4 months later. And since you were there, I guess somewhat recent, did they? Do you know if they give people like Suboxone, like to withdraw from that? Like, do you know if Suboxone works?
Yeah, I know it works for some people, but they do give
Okay,
Suboxone and they do methadone too. You know, it
yeah,
just depends on what works for the people
that's what I
better.
was wondering if it works. You know?
I know it didn't work for me. You mean the Suboxone, but you mean the methadone did.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so you mean that's what I'm trying to go towards right now. You mean to help me out? You know.
Yeah. Yeah, methadone's the only thing. I'm on methadone right now. That's the only thing that got me off the black, the H.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if all that works with like the Fetty now, the Blue Devil and all that.
Yeah, actually, I know quite a few people that have actually gone off of it with
Okay.
methadone, and it helped them a lot. You know,
Good,
so
good.
and they're no longer doing beans. You know, so
Yeah. What is the worst thing you hate about the beans?
the detoxing. You mean the pains. You mean wanting to do whatever you have to do to get the next high. You mean because the feeling you get, it's like you do whatever you have to do to get that next high, and you don't like feeling that way. You know, because it's like. I mean, I've had thoughts of, you mean, going robbing a little old ladies at an ATM, and I felt like shit after, you mean, after thinking that, like, what is wrong with me? You mean, just wanting to get that high, like, well, like, seriously, that's wrong. That ain't right, you know? And you have those thoughts, it hurts me inside because I'm not a violent person, you know? And to think that way, it kills me because I've never been that way, and this drug has made me that way, and it scares me. It does.
Yeah, that's that drug calling you, man. Because I remember, like, I'd wake up dope sick, kind of like in a sense of panic. My body's freaking out, going through all the withdrawals, watery eyes, yawns, chills, blah blah blah.
Just trying to
And
figure out
like you
what you can
said,
do to even get the next high. I
exactly
mean,
anything. The nearest person was about to get it, you
yeah,
know? And I never did that when I was sober. You know, that's just the effect
yeah.
the addiction has on me, man. And we get desperate. I get it. Totally get it. So, how do you support yourself on a daily basis?
You mean, I also, you know, I do whatever I can. You mean, panhandle, fly signs, you know, and you can do things, other things. You mean, I'm not really proud of, but you mean, I don't really feel comfortable in talking too much about it. You mean, because it's
Sure,
not something that I'm gonna put out there. But you mean,
I get it.
we do whatever we have to do to get that next high. That's all I can really say.
Yeah. And what's a typical day like for you?
Um, get up. You mean, well, actually, honestly, I stay up from day to night. You mean, I walk all night. You mean, walk all day, do whatever I have to do. You mean, to get by and everything. But you mean, I don't really sleep much because you mean, when I do try to go to sleep, you mean, you wind up stealing your stuff. You mean, last time I went to sleep, someone wound up stealing my bag and it had my daughter's ashes in it. And found out the person that stole my bag decided to go and smoke my daughter's ashes in his crack pipe. And that killed me inside, you know, because I mean it was already bad enough that I felt like a horrible father that I wasn't there to protect her when she was killed. And you mean this dude going and smoking her, that killed me even more.
Man. So when you saw that happening, like what happened after that?
Just kind of losing my shit. In other words, you know.
Yeah, just let them know. Yeah, that's very personal right there.
I mean, like I said, you mean going doing this drug. You mean we go through a lot of hell. I mean, a lot of these things. You mean we go through ain't easy. I mean that's why there's a lot of people out here that take their lives, you know, because they can't keep going through the pain.
Yeah.
We do this drug because we don't want to feel pain. That's the main reason why we do it. That's what it is.
Is there anything you'd like people to know about addiction or homelessness?
All I can say is, you know, if you're thinking about getting on this drug, think twice about it because it ain't worth it. I mean, you'll steal from your mom, you'll steal from your dad, you'll steal from your brother, you'll steal from your sister. You do whatever you have to do. It ain't worth it. You mean if you're on it, do your all to get away from it because you mean it's just gonna get worse.
Yeah.
And so I really can say.
Yeah. Do you know what's in these beans?
Honestly, I mean, I just know, I mean, it's fentanyl, but I mean, I hear they're cutting it with a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you're cutting it with, I mean, horse tranquilizers,
Yeah.
elephant tranquilizers, different things.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know everything. I mean, but this is what we hear on the streets.
Yeah. Yeah. That xylazine and the fentanyl,
Yep.
and that xylazine like causes like open wounds and stuff.
Yep.
So a lot of people I interview, one guy I talked to today, I just went to go check on him, and he has like a huge,
Yep.
looks like a big scab, but like an open wound, and,
Mhm.
you can barely walk, man.
Yeah.
Have you experienced anything like that? Like any open wounds or?
Yeah, I have some open wounds, but nothing like that. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, just take care of that. Try and keep it clean.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's all you can do is just keep it clean the most. I mean, because if you
Yeah.
don't, I mean, you can lose a finger, you can lose an arm, you can lose a leg. You know, so I mean, that's all you can do.
2 more questions. Do you like have a short term goal or plan to get out of this situation?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the process of trying to, look for a decent rehab, and then after that, go and do more education. That kind of put in my life.
Awesome. Awesome. What's your biggest fear?
Getting off this and being off it for a while and coming back to it, and then possibly losing my life. I want to better myself and conquer this fear. But at the same time, it scares me that what happens if I get away from it, but I come back to it, something bad happens, I come back to it.
Yeah.
This time, I'm not able to get away from it. That's what scares me.
I got you, man. And lastly, if any family or friends see this interview, do you have a message for them or want to say anything?
Just if they see it, that I love you guys and sorry for everything I've done to you. I'm trying
You
to change.
know, you know where to go for detox and all that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cornerstone detoxing. You got a bunch of rehabs,
Yeah.
Arc, Buena Vista.
There you go. You know what's up.
A couple different places. But
Um,
I'm trying to shoot for the Arc right now because I've had a lot of friends go there and actually conquer and benefit from that place.
yeah, I hear that's a nice place.
Yeah,
Yeah, I only went to CBI. Have you heard of that?
yeah.
Yeah, I went to
CBI.
CBI.
It's okay, but when I was there, I didn't really like it. But things have changed. I heard.
Okay. Yeah. If for whatever reason I go back out, the Arc I think would probably be my first choice.
Yeah,
I just hear great things about it.
yeah.
But
Same here.
what was I going to say? Do you have access?
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Okay, that opens all the doors for you, man.
Yep.
I'll give you my card. If you ever need a ride to any one of those places, man, just hit me up. I don't live far from here, and I got my phone with me 24 hours. So if you ever need a ride, whenever you're ready, just hit me up. I can get you there. Or if you just need to talk.
All right. Thank you. I
What I mean?
appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you for your story, bro.
No problem.